Hey guys, welcome back to the Ruthless Report. I am your host, Lethal Lee, aka the Ruthless One. I'm sorry I've been gone. I've had a lot of personal things going on. But anyways, we're going to be breaking down what just happened last night. UFC Fight Night, Curtis Blaydes took on Chris Daukus, and we're jumping right into the main card, baby. So let's get it. So I was very happy to see Mark Jacasey took on Borshev, and Jacasey is a very dynamic striker. If you haven't seen some of his victories, they're very, very lethal, shall we say. But the guy is very explosive, great striker, not really known for his wrestling, and that's why I'm here to talk about him today. So Jacasey came out grappling. I'm talking get your damn wrestling boots and headgear, baby, because this guy's been freaking wrestling. And he had a dominant victory, guys. Dominant, unanimous decision victory over Borshev, coming out, taking 4 shots in the first round, getting Borshev down, and just ultimately dominating Borshev throughout the whole fight. So really good victory for Mark Jacasey. Really glad to see that he's adding to his MMA repertoire or arsenal, shall we say. So good victory for him. And, for Borshev, it's back to the drawing board. Moving on, we had a really, entertaining is a freaking understatement for this next fight. Neil Magny took on Max Griffin in a welterweight scrap. Griffin comes out in the first round. Both men are bouncing around. Griffin's a very good athlete and very kind of jittery is how I would describe his style. He's always on his feet, always on his toes, bouncing in and out. You never know what it might just happen. So he's very, very dynamic, and he ended up catching Neil Magny with a nice straight right hand, kind of lunging in, caught Magny right on the chin, sat him down. And, I think Griffin secured the victory in the first round. Griffin secured the first round, to himself. And then round 2 was a firefight. Both men came out trading. You could say either men really won that round. It was very hard for me to decide. But round 3, it was pretty evident that, Magny ended up controlling Griffin on the ground and getting the split decision victory. And at the end of the third round, I couldn't believe it. This is how I knew Magny secured the dub. They're in the clinch, both men scrapping, and Magny gets the over-under lock on the knee, and he DDTs him. I'm talking, picked him up and spirit bombed him, and it was just so awesome to see. And Magny ended up getting out of the losing column. He got back into the win column with a split decision victory over Griffin. It was a great fight from start to finish in the clinch. Magny was landing those vicious knees, and Griffin was doing a lot of good work too, hence the split decision. So good work for both gentlemen. I'm looking forward to where Griffin goes. And Neil Magny, stand up. If you don't know who Neil Magny is, he just broke George St. Pierre's record. Okay. So stat that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Neil Magny. Great win for you. And looking forward to where you head on from here. Next fight, we had Kai Kara-France took on Askar Askarov. Askar Askarov was 14-0 until he met the sensational Kai Kara-France. What can you say about Kai Kara-France? This guy is saying he's the best. He's the champ. He's coming for the belt. Everything you want in a pay-per-view star, right? You want somebody that's real confident in themselves, brush the shoulders off. I'm here. It's my time. It's my belt. I'm coming in the game, and I'm coming to claim it. And that is exactly what we get to hear from Kai Kara-France on the microphone after his very impressive decision victory over Askar Askarov, a guy who is 14-0, supreme wrestling. It wasn't easy for Kara-France, guys. It was not easy. Askar Askarov dominated the first round with the body triangle. No damage to Kai, okay? But he did dominate him in the grappling department. In round 2, Kai took that round, landed some good boxing combinations, putting Askarov against the back on his heels, defending the shots from Askarov, actually ended up rocking Askarov with a nasty, should I say, left hook Liam. Nasty left hook. And in the third round, it was real close. Askarov kicks France in the DICK. All right, so had to take a pause there. Both gentlemen go to your corners, that didn't hurt, didn't feel too good. So they took their time there. And I was very impressed to see Askarov gain the clinch and then uses the fence to climb on to Car France and secure a body lock. It was crazy. I mean, that just goes to show you how incredible of wrestling, these Russians and these Dagestanis have. I mean, the guy is grabbing him and then uses his feet to somehow shrimp onto the guy and then drag him to the ground. So very impressive. Like I said, it was not easy, okay, for Car France to get this victory, but he got it done. He got it done, and it was fun, baby. He got on the microphone. He said, I'm next in line for the belt. And you love to see it, man. So congratulations to Kai Car France on the victory. It wasn't easy. Shout out to Askar Askarov, Supreme Wrestling. He's a scary guy for the division. But, to be a pay-per-view star, he's probably got a lot of work to do. Now, to be the champion, because those are two different things, right? But to be a champion, I really like Askar Askarov's chances in the future. He got his first loss. Maybe that will, help him to develop some more, striking. Not that he doesn't have good striking, but it was pretty evident that Car France was able to outbox him and land the cleaner boxing blows. So looking forward to see both men and their journeys along the way, see where we all pan out. So after that, we had a absolute gem in the card. Shout out to MMA legend Matt Brown, took on Brian Bam Bam Barberina. It was an amazing back and forth fight. Both men not willing to give an inch. Matt Brown in his hometown. I mean, I'm shaking right now, Bam Bam's pressure and persistence really showed in this fight. Okay, Matt Brown came out in the first round getting these nice foot sweeps. These foot sweeps were sweet. You can tell that he has been doing a lot of clinch work and a lot of wrestling because it looked effortless to him. Really, it did. So credit to Barberina. He was able to get back to his feet and land some really good strikes in the clinch of his own. It was an action-packed fight from start to finish, guys. I mean, no man wanted to waver. Just two rocks coming together, not really willing to settle, But I will say, what won Barberina this fight? It was a close fight, right? It was a very, very, very close fight. What won him the fight was just his countering ability and his grit, honestly, in my opinion. And he was doing some good defensive wrestling, able to escape out of the takedowns of Matt Brown. Matt Brown was coming in, like I said, with evil intent, throwing nasty body kicks, crushing blows. I mean, this guy, we all know Matt Brown. If you don't know Matt Brown, you should probably turn the show off. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know Matt Brown, he is the immortal one. And it was a good, very, very tough fight last night for both men. And I was just so excited to watch. Barberina got the win. Kudos to him. Looking forward to see where he goes on from here. And looking forward to Matt Brown, see what he wants to do next, because that guy has still got it, let me tell you. After this, we move on to the co-main event of the evening. These two ladies, Alexa Grasso and Calderwood. Actually, she changed her name to just Wood, so call her Wood. Haha, you get it? Okay. Yeah, it was a great fight, for what it lasted. Round one, Grasso secures the, RNC, rear naked choke victory over Wood. But before that, it was some nice stand-up exchanges. Wood doing good work with the Thai boxing. Grasso real heavy on the boxing stance, landing that jab and that hook. And then when it got nitty-gritty in the clinch, we saw who wanted it, and it was Alexa Grasso, baby. She came in and she took the victory via rear naked choke over Wood. Looking forward to where Grasso goes and looking to see Wood bounce back. Both ladies are very, very fun to watch. And I would have liked to see it go longer. I really would have. But Grasso just dominated with the jiu-jitsu and the wrestling. So that's what happened. Moving on to the main event of the evening. We had Curtis Razor Blaydes taking on Chris Daukus. Round one, it was very apparent Blaydes was coming out to strike, landing that low kick right away, sticking that jab in Daukus' face, and Daukus was not willing to back down. So both men in a firefight, a technical firefight. Daukus landed some good combinations to start, but really the jab and the distance management of Curtis Blaydes was the key to victory in this matchup. I mean, the first round was pretty close, but I would say Curtis was able to outland Daukus, so you got to give it to Blaydes. And then in the second round, everyone's announcing, DC's saying, Bisping saying, oh yeah, the coaches are telling Blaydes to wrestle for sure. Now we're going to see Curtis Blaydes' infamous wrestling. It's coming out. Wrong. Blaydes with the eraser erased Daukus in the second round via the right hand. Woo! Nobody saw that coming. It was explosive. So Curtis Blaydes coming out to the Mortal Kombat music. Well, he finished him. I'm talking finished him. It was crazy to watch. I mean, what else can you say? If you didn't see it, go see it. It should be ESPN Sports Center top 10 number 1, should be. I don't know if it is, but it should be. Shout out ESPN. Yeah, overall, great card, great main card. And I'm just looking forward to getting back in the rhythm. I'm sorry, guys, I'm a little rusty. I took some time off, and now I'm back. The Ruthless One is here. Lethal Lee in the flesh. Here we go, baby. So this has been your Ruthless Report. Have a great day. Goodbye.